We are here, Module 7, and I want to go through a couple of things since our projects are underway. Everything is getting not only started, but people are going to start releasing their projects this week, which is very exciting. So sent out an announcement about this, but in the discussion board, I have these everything threads that are specific to your projects. So if you are in, let's just say you're in the educational outreach project now, what you're doing, this now is going to be the space where you check on everything because it has a breakdown of what you should be doing at this point, what happens for this group, for example, if they don't have a student that responds to them, how they can respond to it, what they need to do, etc. All right. And then it's a discussion post. So if you have a question or you run into an issue, you're going to put it in there so that way I can address it or someone else can address it who's in the class and maybe has run into that. So, for example, I know within the newsletter. Where is my newsletter? Probably up here. Yes. In the newsletter, like one of the students had a question because it was the fact of what happens if I want to post during this week and someone else started posting. So I can answer you. I also then am putting in videos that you're going to need because all of these projects have multiple parts. And so I've got videos of how to do the tech and everything with that part of the project. All right. So make sure to check out those discussion posts. And now on to module 7. So all of y'all last week, by the way, I talked to the Perusal IT. We got it fixed. We're going to use it in the upcoming weeks. So now it's working. But you all persevered through and you did your emotional responses and then also the ideas behind that. And you did the 5 ethics then for digital engagement. So I made a word map out of what you responded to, and these are kind of the ideas. So we're now going to get into this realm of dare to dream, right, with digital engagement. So go through the preheat is going to be a discussion post that's broken down into these 3 different steps. So follow that. Make sure it's done by Friday, obviously, like always, at noon. All right. And then the overview is going to go in through number 1, you are 64% done with the modules of this course. Well done. This goes up to module 10. So you are almost there. And many of you, your projects are going to be coming out in the next weeks. That means you're almost done. All right. And so this goes you through the module, what our focus is going to be on. We're talking about this idea of connectivity through digital media. All right, that's going to be the focus for this week. So your readings, number 1, you're going to go into our best practices document, which is, by the way, amazing. So much information in here. Like this could be an entire class and study on its own. So what I want you to do is I want you to read through this for about 10 to 15 minutes. All right, wherever you want to start there, just read through it. And then take notes in your personal notebook on the following. You're not going to post anything at this point, but take those notes because you're going to connect them with the notes you have from COVID Act Now, and you're going to do something with them in the activity. All right. So our 2 readings we have is do these in chronological order because these have to do with solution-based digital platforms. All right, of how they bring people together. So read through those. Then your knowledge check. Not doing a knowledge check because this week is a little bit shortened since this is coming out in the weekend. So skip right through that. And then your announcement page, which obviously you know because you're watching this announcement, so you're good to go. All right. And this is now your activity. So best practices and solutions. So what you're going to do is this is also going to be 3 parts, right? Your best practice synthesis, then the solution-based digital projects with application of how you would actually apply this effective and non-effective. And then you're going to connect it with the COVID Act Now and your observations that you took from the map. Okay. So put that discussion post in with all the parts labeled correctly for each one. All right. And then, of course, that takes you into our discussion board for questions. If you have questions, keep adding them on here. I'm getting to all of them, I think, and that way so are your classmates. So you know what's coming up next then. The next module is going to be a meet with me part 2. But I've met with almost all of you, but this is basically going to be then talking about the nebulous. I'm sorry, that's actually module 9. So in 2 weeks, we're going to do another part where if we need to check in, if you need to change things about your project, we're going to get that going. All right. Next week, we move into the nebulous. So be excited. All right. Let me know, as always, if you have questions. Thanks, everybody. Bye.